Because everybody's running around trying to save the planet. Yeah. The planet doesn't need that. The planet will take care of itself. People are selfish, and that's what they're doing, trying to save the planet for themselves to have a nicer place to live. They don't care about the planet. They just care about having a comfortable place. And these people with the fires and the floods and everything, they overbuild, they put nature to the test, and they get what's coming to them. That's what I say. Well, and I can't wait for the sea levels to rise. I can't wait for some of these cities to disappear.
I can't swim, George.
There are places that are going to go away. The map is going to change, and that's because people think nature is outside of them. They don't take into them the idea that we're part of it. They say, oh, we're going for a nature walk. We're going to the country because we like nature. Nature's in here, and if you're in tune with it, like the Indians, the Hopis especially, the balance of life, the balance, the harmony of nature, if you understand that, you don't overbuild. You don't do all this moron stuff. It's a symphony. Everybody's in the band. You know, it's not just one. It's not just one group. People want their goodies. They want their toys. Everybody wants the newest gizmo. We're slaves to gizmos and toys. Everybody wants a cell phone that'll make pancakes, and I think that'll make them happy.
Demanding an explanation of chemtrails.
And I talked to my NSA buddies at Fort Carson, Peterson Air Force Base, and Buckley, where I was actually their doctor taking care of the pilots flying and spraying the chemtrails. So I know it's real. If anybody says it's not real, they're full of it.
It's not the same as conducting some localized task for some defensive project. This is open air operation. It's not a test. This thing is in place.
About 1996, exactly. And growing up my whole life, compensation trail district, you know, the 20 seconds, a minute, 2 minutes. And now you can be in the summer at like 4,000 feet, and there's these big clouds behind jets. Some jets leave it behind, leave a trail behind them. Other jets at the same flight level, same altitude tone. And you know, instead of just getting into spraying us, or what's changed the jet fuel, or what's changed the atmosphere. There are tens of thousands of declassified admissions under different programs where different Pentagon programs, different agencies of the government have tested chemical, biological, and radiological agents on the American people.
Talking about this a few years ago was extremely dangerous. Now that we have YouTube and more social networking devices, such as even Rupert's MySpace, this is really getting out in such a way that they can't control it. They must just be really, expression, shitting themselves over this, because they can't control people now talking about the elephant in the room, which is so obvious to all of us.
There's a feeling from that area that have the states doing all of these other modification programs might not be doing it for the benefit of the citizens of Texas and other states that they may impact as well.
Well, many of the planes that we're seeing here in Abilene will actually turn whatever they're spraying on and off right before our eyes. I mean, you'll see a plane up there flying like normal, and then all of a sudden it starts spraying. We've seen them fly off into the distance and then loop around and fly back again. These are not your typical planes with a preordained path destination from city to city. Someone needs to explain to me why do they stop traveling in one particular direction and then loop around and come back again. They perform this behavior so many times that we start seeing the tic-tac-toe grids in the sky. We're witnessing the giant X's. And I mean, Rosalind, when you and I grew up, these contrails naturally dissipated in a few seconds or perhaps a minute max. But these things expand, they grow bigger, and before you know it, the entire sky is overcast.
That's correct. And they are there all day. They do loop around our county and our state. We follow them at times with spotters in different areas, watching these planes loop, come back around. And we know from the FAA records that the jets from commercial are usually flying in straight lines and coming across their county. There aren't many. They stay located the jets that we see leaving the contrails move in directions that normal jets wouldn't fly because they use too much fuel and put them off schedule. And the jets that we see here do loop. We've got pictures of them looping the same X's and crosshatches. But I believe that some of that, not only are they looking for in the air almost all the time, but we feel that some of the markings are to mark the start and stop areas for their programs so that they can watch their experiments either from satellite or the ground.